Hello and welcome. My name is Kaylee Jo and I make content all about my experiences as a theater educator. And welcome to Musical Monday, where I take a few minutes every Monday to share just a little bit of background information on a musical title. And this week we are taking a look at a show with some absolutely beautiful music that is also incredibly complicated to work through, and that is Into the Woods. So make sure you take a look in the description box down below for some great clips of this show. Into the Woods premiered on Broadway in November of 1987 with music and lyrics by the incredible Stephen Sondheim. The show managed to grab 3 Tony Awards that year: Best Score, Best Book, and Best Actress, which obviously winning 3 Tony Awards is already a really big deal, but there was something about this year that made winning those 3 awards an even bigger deal, and that is the fact that it is the same year that the musical The Phantom of the Opera was released, which at the time was kind of dominating every aspect of the musical theater scene. So congratulations to Into the Woods for being able to snag those 3 Tony Awards during a very competitive year. This show has had so many revivals, national and international tours in its 3.5 decades that it would be kind of difficult to cover all of them. But most notably, in 1991, there was a professional stage recording done for a PBS broadcast. And then in 2014, Disney adapted the show into a film that was incredibly successful and earned 3 nominations at the Academy and Golden Globe Awards. Today, this show is available for schools and community theaters to produce, and there is also a junior version for younger performers. The musical weaves together the storylines of multiple Brothers Grimm fairy tales, and although there are many different characters within this show, it chiefly focuses on the baker and his wife and their desire to start a family. So the baker and his wife are unable to have children because many years ago, their family was cursed to be barren by the witch who lives next door. So the baker and his wife go to the witch and they're like, "Please, we want a child. Can you lift this curse?" And she says, "Well, here's a laundry list of things you need to do, some tasks you need to complete for me, and then I will lift this curse." So these tasks are kind of where we start to integrate with all of those other fairy tale characters. So one of the tasks, for example, is they need to bring the witch the cape as red as blood. Well, that cape belongs to Little Red Riding Hood, and so we interact with her a little bit. Another one of the tasks is to bring her the cow as white as milk, which is the cow from the Jack and the Beanstalk fairy tale. So some of the other characters that they see include Rapunzel, Cinderella, and their respective princes, Cinderella's evil stepfamily as well. So just lots of different characters from this Brothers Grimm universe, if you will. So something that is pretty interesting about this show is that it is known for having audience members leave at the end of Act 1 because they think that the show is over. They think that the story has been told. And that is because Act 1 is really showing all of those characters having their generic happily ever after. And then Act 2 is really turning that on its head and deconstructing it and saying, okay, but what happens after happily ever after? And that is what makes this show so much more than just your traditional fairy tale adaptation. Alright, so this fun fact is somewhat of a personal one about my experiences with this show. So years ago, whenever I went to go see Into the Woods for the very first time on stage, I saw it at a community theater, and it just so happens the actress who was playing the role of the baker's wife in this show is the same actress who originated the role of Cinderella in Into the Woods on Broadway. How cool is that? I got to see Kim Crosby, Broadway actress, in a community theater production of Into the Woods, and she was incredible. The entire show was incredible. It was just such a cool and kind of surreal experience to see her perform. Back in 1991, Into the Woods was professionally recorded and broadcast by PBS. We have seen similar instances where other Broadway shows have been professionally recorded and released to the public. Examples include Cats from 1997, The Phantom of the Opera's 25th anniversary edition in 2012, Shrek the Musical in 2013, Hamilton in 2016, and Waitress in 2021. So my question for you is this: do you believe that all Broadway musicals should be professionally recorded and released for the public to view? Why or why not? That is all for this week's Musical Monday. If you enjoy theater and theater education related content, please like and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, break a leg.